Malaki over here. After the football game, Tykee and several defense backs mentioned miscommunications being part of the reasons why a couple scores happened. Talk me through what it means to have a miscommunication on a football play like that.
I mean, basically, if everybody's not on the same page, it's not going to work out. Defense has to work as a unit, and basically sometimes one side of the field is playing another call, and the other side's in a completely different type of coverage, and they don't mesh well together. So if we're not on the same page, bad stuff happens, and we just got to get it fixed and got to get the call from one side to another.
Like I kind of going off of that question, what are the things you guys can do this week as far as improving communication, making sure to cut down on mistakes like that?
Really just making an emphasis in practice. Really trying to hone in on everybody talking, communicating, verbal and nonverbal, giving signals. If you give a signal, you get it. If you get it, you give it. You give it back. So just trying to make sure everybody's on the same page. Like I said earlier, defense is a unit. If one person's off, the defense doesn't work. It's just like a car. So I mean, we all got to be on the same page.
Yeah, as a guy who's probably worked against him in practice, what have you seen out of Oscar Delp that allows him to contribute to this team?
I mean, Oscar has grown so much since he's been here. He came in with me, just to see him. He has the work ethic and the willingness to learn and grow. And I think that's what's got him to this point, and I think that's going to continue to elevate his game. So just for him to come in and day out and learn from Brock, learn from Coach Hartley, just want to know more about the game of football. It's probably his biggest strength.
He ever tried to hurdle you in practice?
No, he knows it's not a good idea.
Yeah, Kirby has mentioned red zone defense a few times, and it's something different every week. Just from being on the field, what are some of the issues you've seen in keeping teams out of the end zone, holding field goals down inside the 20?
I'd say the biggest thing is just us. It's nothing that the opponents are doing. It's nothing that we haven't seen before. Nothing we can't stop. It's more of just us thing, and that goes back to communication, all being on the same page, and just little things. And we that's the one thing we taking a big emphasis in this off week is just working on things that we need to work on and correct, because we take a bunch of pride in that, and it's something that we've been lacking for a while. So we're gonna get back on that.
Okay, Kirby told us, I think back in the spring, about Lawson Luckie coming in and bowl practices, trying to take on the defense, being a tough guy. As Dylan mentioned, he had a big hit today. What makes this guy different? Why was he seemed like he was a kind of a buzz guy we heard a lot about in the spring?
I mean, he came in early, helped us out for bowl games. You can line him up anywhere. They lined him up at running back a few times. They lined him up out wide in the core, in the slot. He can move just about anywhere. And like I said about Oscar, he just has a willingness to learn and grow. He's a competitor, and I think that's big here. If you're not a competitor, you won't last very long. And just for him to have that competitiveness in him, it's going to take him a long way.
Yeah, Malaki, going back to the Vandy game, I think it was a 4th and 8. You give up a reception to Will Sheppard. First of all, what goes through your mind? It seemed like you had perfect coverage and the ball just slips. So what goes through your mind when you give up a reception like that, when you feel like you played it well?
The first thing, man, I'm still mad about that play. I take pride in covering. It's my thing as a DB. And first thing one of my coaches told me when I got back is he's on scholarship too. And he's a really good player. He's going to have a great career. And just going against him, I respect him. And I knew the route was coming because I got the same route on Thursday. I got the same route on Wednesday and Thursday. I messed it up on Wednesday. I covered it on Thursday. I watched taped on it. Actually, on the flight there, I watched it. And I knew it was coming, and I slid it and everything, and I just looked just a second late, and he got me. But, he's a great player. Like I said, he's on scholarship, too. It's tough. You never want to give up those players, especially in that type of scenario. I just got to learn from it.
Tykee got another interception on Saturdays. What has stood out to you about how he's played this year and the role he's played in the secondary?
Like I said before, Tykee's a vet. He does everything right. He's a leader. So just to see him go out there and just be who he is, do the things that I know that he can do, it's just awesome. Just show everybody what he can do, because when he first got here, he got hurt. He had a little setback, but he's taken off since then. I'm very close with him. He's like my family, so just see him just go out there and compete, do what he can do, show everybody, it's just huge.
Malaki, the national narrative, right, is going to be that they lost Brock Bowers. Now they can't win, they can't repeat, or whatever. Tell me, I know you guys don't believe that, but he is. There's nobody else like Brian Bauer. So tell me why that's not true.
I mean, because here, I mean, if you come here, you're a good player. If you play here, you're a good player. And the thing is, when somebody gets hurt, it's the next man up. And Brock is very talented. But I mean, we got a lot of talented players, and it's not just one player; it's a team that makes up a whole team. So we got some guys who are going to step up, and we all believe, and everybody's here. And if everybody steps up their game, offense and defense individually, we'll all come together as a group. So we're not really worried about it too much.
Okay, this team, this program, I should say, has won 24 straight games. I guess 34 rate. I mean, when you're a part of something like that, do you hear from the guys of yesteryear that started this thing? Do you feel that, I don't know, you tell me, what do you feel about being a part of a program that's won 24 in a row and kind of your group's role, responsibility, keep that going?
Right. I mean, it's a blessing. Very grateful. And when I first got here, the guys like Nolan Smith, Chris Smith, all those guys that were here and been here for a long time, who didn't have that type of success at first, they really made it clear that this doesn't happen very often. It's not something that happens every year. I remember we were in practice one time and somebody was talking about going to the Natty, and Nolan didn't want people to take advantage of that because it doesn't happen very often every year. So I mean, I'm very grateful and blessed to be a part of it. I realize that it's not easy and it's not something that happens every year. But like you said, it's on us to keep it going and just not look too much into it, not get too into it, because if you look too into it, you'll soak in it and you don't want to soak in it for too long. So we just want to keep on pushing.
Malaki is a guy that studies opposing offenses, seeing what key players, how they impact, what teams do. When you see what Brock does, what is his impact for this entire offense?
Brock's a leader. He's a great leader, a great athlete, and the things that he does, I mean, it's very special. And I think his game is very solid all the way around. So just the person that he is, really, just makes him who he is.
Time for two more. Anybody?
Kind of it's an off the field question, but you're going to be bowling Wednesday night. I saw. Is this you're supposed to be this great athlete? You going to go out there and roll a 200? I mean, is this a hidden talent, or who's the favorite to win this thing?
I can do it all. If it's a competition, I'm there, and I'm there to win. So I plan on coming out on top.
What made you decide to do it? Not everybody's doing it, but obviously Coach Rick's holding this charity function. What made you decide to give up some of your free time?
I mean, it's just a blessing to give back to people. I mean, it's not like you're giving back anything. You're giving back your time. And when I was growing up, my parents made it a big thing that if God gives you a gift, you always want to be able to give it back to people. And a bunch of people poured into my life, so I want to do the same for others. So just for me to take time out of my day and just go bowl, go have fun for a big cause. I mean, why not?
Thank you.
Thanks,
Malaki.
Malaki.
Thank you.